Are you looking for the best compost bins? In this video we will look at some of the 4 best compost bins on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Black Plus Decker Tumbling Composter. Earning high marks across all categories by our testing team, the Black Plus Decker Tumbling Composter is one of the best compost bins available today. It has a durable design that can withstand warm temperatures and rain and has a user-friendly lid that is still strong and secure enough to keep out pests. We liked that the lid easily slid away from each chamber. There are 2 chambers, one that holds fresh waste and another that holds the waste that is breaking down into compost. This is a tumbler-style composter, and our team found it was easy to use the hand crank to turn the compost for aeration. Tumbling compost bins are typically made of UV-resistant plastic in the design of a drum or barrel, says Fern Berg, plant expert and founder of Tree Vitalize. They are mounted on a stand that allows you to turn or tumble the compost materials inside, eliminating the need to manually turn the compost with a garden fork. This composter withstood rain, which didn't get into the bin to wet the compost, as well as sunlight and temperatures in the 80s and 90s. While the 40-gallon capacity works well for small households and gardens, it's not quite as large as some of the other outdoor compost bins we tested. At number 2. Worm Factory 360 Composter. Whether you're new to composting or you're ready to take your compost pile to the next level, vermicomposting, or composting with worms, makes the process more efficient and results in better compost. To get started with vermicomposting, we recommend the Worm Factory 360 as the best compost bin for worms. Worm bins are an ideal composting solution for people who want to recycle their kitchen waste into high-quality compost and those with limited space, Berg says. They are higher maintenance than some of the other options, so they won't be suitable for those who want a hands-off approach to composting. We kept the Worm Factory 360 in a shaded but warm enclosed porch, which kept the 4 stackable bins safe from harsh weather and pests. The food scraps started breaking down quickly, within a few days of adding scraps into each bin, and the quick-working worms helped prevent odors. However, this type of setup does require more work than a tumbling composter. We found it worked best to fill one bin at a time, then keep it in a rotation, moving new or emptied bins to the top. Additionally, we used a rake, which came with the compost bin kit, to rake over the worm bedding in each bin. At number 3. Greens Fence Company Cedar Wood Outdoor Stationary Composter. This bin from Greens Fence with a 173-gallon capacity is just the right product to start building a healthy compost pile. The solid, untreated cedar construction is strong enough to hold a high volume of compost, but openings between the slatted sides allow for plenty of ventilation. This system starts at 36 by 36 inches, but you can also purchase add-ons to create a multi-bin system. For instance, you can have one bin for fresh scraps, one bin for waste that is in the process of breaking down, and one bin for your ready-to-use compost. The bin parts slot together, and while the manufacturer says no tools are required, we found that a mallet made construction go much quicker. We decided to leave off the top wood slat on one side of the bin, and this made it easier to reach in with a shovel to turn the compost from time to time. You might think you're paying for convenience with this bin compared to building your own wood compost bin, but we also priced out what it would cost to build a similar size bin on our own and found the Greens Fence Composter was actually a better deal. At number 4. Ethereal Revive Electric Kitchen Composter. If you already have an indoor compost bin that fills up after every meal, an indoor composter could be a great middle ground. These devices break down and reduce the size of food waste into a compost-like material, though it's important to note that it's not actually the same as nutrient-rich compost. We've tested 6 electric indoor composters, most of which cost between $500 and $1,000. But the Ethereal Revive composter performed just as well for half the cost, and there aren't any subscription fees you'll need to budget for either. To use the composter, you simply add your food scraps to the bucket, then close the lid and press the power button. It takes anywhere from 2 to 7 hours to break down the material, but luckily the device operated quietly in our tests. We compared the noise to a white noise machine, and it didn't disrupt conversations or watching TV. Once the cycle was complete, the lights on the control panel turned off. There aren't any notifications or alerts, which would have been a nice feature to have. And unlike other indoor composters we tested, there isn't an accompanying app to monitor the composter or receive reminders to replace filters. You'll want to clean the bucket between each use to avoid odors, and we found it was to wash by hand in the sink. We were able to remove some stuck-on debris by soaking it in water and dish soap. The composter is small enough to fit on a countertop or stow away in a cabinet when it's not in use. We didn't notice any foul odors thanks to the activated carbon filters. These will need to be replaced every 6 months, so expect to pay around $30 a year in maintenance.